and each other. Good night.
Come on in. It's a party.
Cool.
Why don't we go in the jacuzzi?
I can't figure these jets out.
Jets are kicking in.
American Auto, tonight on...
Dan Kelly and his friends are lying about Judge Janet Protasiewicz.
He wants to scare you because he can't talk about his own record.
Dan Kelly has never sentenced a single criminal to prison.
Not one.
That's a fact.
And as a private attorney, Kelly got rich defending sex predators who posed as youth ministers to sexually assault young girls.
That's the truth.
The bottom line is that Dan Kelly won't keep our community safe.
He's an extremist
who doesn't care about us.
Get the nutritional support your family needs. Call the Family Food Helpline.
Straight ahead, the Wisconsin Supreme Court race is 2 weeks away. We'll hear the two candidates' stances on abortion.
Plus, a working car seat can save a life. We'll explain how to properly install a car seat.
And we're hearing from one of the judges running for Oneida County Court. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Jeff Weller.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 6. I'm Jessica Jukic.
And I'm Dan Hagan. Today was the first day of early voting in the spring election. The ballot features a contest that has already broken national spending records for a Supreme Court race.
Conservative Dan Kelly and liberal Janet Protasiewicz took to the debate stage today. Both accuse each other of focusing on politics rather than law. The debate was held at the Wisconsin Bar Association in Madison. When asked about the 1849 abortion ban, Protasiewicz said her personal opinion is that women have the right to make a reproductive health care decision. But she said she hasn't made up her mind on a lawsuit challenging the state's abortion ban.
I have been very clear about my values to the electorate because I think the electorate deserves to know what a person's values are rather than hiding them. I think the electorate deserves to know. I've also been very clear that any decision that I render will be made based solely on the law and the Constitution.
Protasiewicz went on to say that her opponent, Dan Kelly, if he is elected, the 1849 abortion ban will certainly stay on the books. Kelly defended his support from the state's three largest anti-abortion groups and said he made no pledge to them to uphold the ban.
The endorsements that I receive are entirely because of conversations that I have with individuals and organizations in which they ask me, what kind of a justice will you be? And I explain to them at length the role of a jurist instead of talking about politics, which is all
Justice Kelly, that's time.
Kelly has previously worked for Wisconsin's Right to Life, the state's leading pro-life group. More than $30 million has been spent on this race as of last week, which would be roughly double the $15 million spent on the 2004 Supreme Court race that had held the mark as the most expensive.
Well, Jeff, I was surprised to see some big snowflakes coming down.
Yeah, that was so cool. Wasn't it a quick burst of snow earlier, but we're not quite done with that.
Doesn't feel like the beginning of spring.
No, spring arrived yesterday, but not so much, right? We have more snow on the way overnight tonight, and then tomorrow, somewhat warmer temperatures are on the way. Outside now in Minocqua, we're looking at lots of snow on the ground still, lots of clouds in the air, and there's more snowfall just to the west of us currently. So here's that band that came through about an hour or two ago. It's now in the UP. See you later. Behind it, though, just now entering the picture, you see that? That's the beginning of the snow. It's going to come in here overnight tonight. And this thing's got a little oomph to it. There's some energy in here. There's some moisture in here. There's that going this way. So most of us will see that light snow overnight tonight with some light rain across parts of central and southern Wisconsin overnight. Temperatures are critical, right? We're at 31 here in Rhinelander, also for Antigo, 35 for Wausau. All of us will go below freezing tonight, except for far southern areas, which will see that rain, snow mix tonight into early parts of tomorrow. All right, our forecast then this evening, we're talking about cloudy skies, snow once again, most likely after midnight tonight, a 1 to 3 inch snowfall north of Highway 29 with low temperatures down near 28. Your full forecast is coming up, Dan.
A tragic accident took the life of a 5-year-old in Marinette County last week. According to the sheriff's office there, a child seat was not used properly in the accident. Brianne Voss is a certified car seat technician for the Oneida County Health Department, and it's her job to make sure car seats are properly installed in vehicles. She says finding the correct seat is based on a child's weight and height, not the child's age. The health department can provide a car seat to families.
A grant where we're able to provide car seats to families who aren't otherwise able to afford one, and we provide them education and an installation.
Ashley Monkey is a Safety Center program manager with Children's Wisconsin. They have a statewide program that provides tips about car seats and kids.
Parents are really surprised to learn that car seats have expiration dates and that we don't recommend using car seats after their expiration dates.
Those expiration dates are usually in the paperwork that came with the seat or engraved on the bottom of the seat. For more information on car seat safety, visit the Safe Kids Wisconsin website at safekidswi.org. Last night, we introduced you to Judge Mary Burns as part of our Meet the Candidates series in the race for Oneida County Circuit Court Judge.
Tonight, we'll introduce you to Michael Sheik, who has served as Oneida County District Attorney since 2012. Newswatch 12's Kyle Pozorski sat down with Sheik and has this report.
It's not to take the next step, but it's really to use my experience for a purpose.
Michael Sheik has served as the district attorney for Oneida County since 2012. He is now running to become judge, a position he considered running for over a decade ago.
At that point, I didn't feel I was ready to do that. Now, with all the experience that I have, it is the best time.
Sheik is a born and raised Hode, graduating from Rhinelander High School in 1989. His early years saw him earn a degree in history from UW-Milwaukee, followed by 4 years as a United States Marine.
Upon my honorable discharge, I attended law school over in Minneapolis at Hamlin Law School. And then after that is when I came back to work in Oneida County, and so I've been here ever since then.
After Sheik's return to the Northwoods, he began a career in law as a general practice lawyer, before focusing much of his work on cases for the State Public Defender's Office.
I have just taken opportunities as they come along throughout my career, and this was an opportunity. I was the new guy, the new attorney. There was a number of attorneys that I mentored with and learned a lot from.
Sheik believes his time as an attorney in Rhinelander has prepared him to serve on the bench.
Judges and prosecutors are both in a very unique position to make a difference in people's lives, and I want Oneida County to just have that representation of someone that has the experience and the right kind of experience that I do and I bring to the table.
He says that his 21 years of practicing law in the Northwoods can and will help to decide the cases brought before him, leaning on his prior experience.
Putting on a judicial robe and becoming a judge doesn't magically or simply make you have the answers to all of the questions. But what can help with that is, again, the experience to get to the point to where we're at right now. And I think if people understand how hard we've worked, how important it is for us, and that I'm running for the right reasons, that's what I would like to leave.
Reporting for Newswatch 12, I'm Kyle Pozorski.
Thank you, Kyle. Tomorrow we'll hear from Judge Mary Burns again on how her experience as a defense attorney plays a role in her courtroom.
Coming up after the break, we'll hear how a local Knights of Columbus chapter is giving back through blood drives. After Weather with Jeff, right here on Newswatch 12.
I paid into Social Security my whole life.
Now I depend on it.
We earned it. But extremist Dan Kelly doesn't think so.
He said Social Security is like slavery.
And Kelly wrote that seniors on Social Security are, quote, people who have chosen to retire without sufficient assets to support themselves.
What a jerk.
That tells you a lot about the kind of judge he'll be on the court.
He's an extremist.
He's too extreme.
He doesn't care about us.
After 35 years in the home improvement industry, I can tell you that when it comes time to replace windows, most people want to use a solution that's going to last. I'm with Paul Delhunt, president of Renewal by Andersen. So, Paul, how do you know your fibrous composite window is going to hold up over time?
Well, Dean, is the full-service replacement division of Andersen. We've known for a long time that our Fibrix material is 2 times stronger than vinyl and doesn't expand or contract with changes in temperature like vinyl does. But last year, for the first time, we conducted a long-term durability study.
So what did you find out?
Well, the results were excellent. And after 20 years of brutal Minnesota winters and muggy summers, our windows were as easy to open and close as the day they were installed. installed, and our Fibrix material remained incredibly strong, with no cracking, peeling, or chipping.
If you're looking for a replacement window solution that's going to last, look no further than Renewal by Andersen.
Call Renewal by Andersen today to schedule your free window diagnosis. Plus, take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. Installation is included. There's never been a better time for you to experience Renewal by Andersen's signature service for yourself. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
At Len's Truck, we've made the buying experience fast and easy. All our trucks are guaranteed clean, certified, can be bought hassle-free online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. And when you buy a Len's Truck, know that you're buying the best used truck money can buy. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move. Go now to lenstruck.com.
Len's Truck. Well, we're going to kick up the wind a bit tonight and bring back some light snow overnight. That could give us scenes like this tomorrow morning, some blowing snow across the region with a 1 to 2, even a 3-inch snowfall on the way. We did get a quick burst of snow earlier. That moved through Rhinelander earlier, and now it's gone up in the UP. But there's more snow where that came from across parts of Minnesota right now. And we're back below freezing. So 31 here in Rhinelander, an east-southeast breeze around 14, and a dew point there at 22. The pressure is falling as low pressure is approaching. Over in Wausau, 35 for you, so above freezing for you, and east breeze at 11, making it feel like 27 outside in Wausau. All right, so around the horn, we're below freezing here, above freezing here, and that'll be the case tomorrow as well. In fact, some areas tomorrow could see temperatures near 50 across central Wisconsin. The Northwoods probably not so much, with highs pretty much hanging out in the low to mid-40s. We're trying to get some warmer temperatures across the plains. It's starting to get going now that it's spring, right? But it's not going to win quite yet. The colder air is going to win for a while, and we'll have temperatures hanging out near average for the foreseeable future. 44 tomorrow, 36 for Thursday. The average high 40, 41. We'll be near that the next 5 or 6 days. And then there are some signs now. So late March, early April, well below average temperatures are back on the way for us. And not just for us, pretty much the entire West Coast, the Great Lakes, the Midwest could see below average temperatures the last week of March, first week of April. And I know lots of you do not really want that, right? All right, so there goes that burst of snow that came through earlier of reducing visibility to a half mile or so at the airport in Rhinelander. That's now across the UP, but see it over here? That's moving our way. There's some umph in there. An area of low pressure. Notice the banding features, darker blue colors. That's going to ride this front across our area tonight and give north central Wisconsin a 1 to 3 inch snowfall. Most of it's trending more toward 1 inch or so, but overall, some snow is back in the forecast for us overnight tonight. So here's the computer model guidance. This will be basically along and north of Highway 29 and maybe even Highway 10. Below that, looking at temperatures above freezing tonight. So mostly rain south of Highway 10 tonight into tomorrow. Here's our forecast then for tonight, though. Well, scattered snow showers out there north of Highway 29. Looks like a 1 to 2 inch snowfall with low temperatures down near 28. For tomorrow, it's Wednesday already, so a couple more waves of energy move our way tomorrow with temperatures above freezing. So tomorrow there'll be some mist in the air, some drizzle in there as well, with lots of dry hours and high temperatures back up in the low to mid 40s. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Metro shows that rain snow mix tomorrow. Thursday we're quiet, 36. Friday 42. Same thing for Saturday. We really got to watch Sunday into Monday. There's going to be a large system across the Great Lakes from Midwest that could bring us a rain snow mix once again. Dan?
Thanks, Jeff. The Wisconsin DNR is asking the public to avoid feeding deer as cold winter weather continues around parts of the state. While some may be concerned about the impact of winter conditions on deer, feeding often causes more harm than good. Deer are well adapted to survive in winter conditions with a slower metabolism in colder months and adjustments to their gut microbiomes to adapt to winter food sources. Corn, alfalfa, and other feed are not part of their natural winter diet and can cause severe digestive issues and even death, according to the DNR. Deer feeding is illegal in our entire viewing area except for Price and Iron counties. Every year, an estimated 6.8 million people in the United States donate blood.
Today, Lakeland area residents helped that number. Holy Family Catholic Church in Woodruff welcomed people of all ages to donate blood. The Knights of Columbus ran the blood drive with the help from the Community Blood Center. Ray Napstein was one of the knights who participated.
The prick in the finger is probably worse than getting it, putting it in, actually. And it's done within 5-10 minutes. And you're doing, you're actually accomplishing something.
It's an event that the local Knights of Columbus have done there since the church opened about 15 years ago, and they now do 4 blood drives every year.
You're helping other people. You don't know it. You might be saving your best friend's daughter or something in a car accident. There might be something else. You don't know what it is, but you're potentially saving somebody's life.
8 blood donations are the equivalent of 1 gallon of blood. 23 people registered for today's event, and the blood drive is one of many fundraisers that the Knights hold throughout the year. The racing world had a busy weekend.
Coming up, Kate Heidemann from Newswatch 12 will break down NASCAR action from Atlanta.
We really trust him with a car.
Of course we can, Lindsay, with AAA Auto Insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
We do home insurance, too.
Switch and save on AAA Auto Insurance and expect something more. Come to Slumberland and get 20% off our beautiful new furniture and decor during our Spring Spruce Up event. We've got fresh new looks, like sleek new upholstery for your living area, plus extra discounts on recliners, patios, Sealy mattresses, and sectionals, including our new super versatile modular sectional. Get an extra 20% off Slumberland low prices during our Spring Spruce Up event right now at Slumberland Furniture. And check out our easy new mattress rating system to get you in your perfect bed.
What does it cost to buy off a judge? For extremist Dan Kelly, he's for sale for $20,000. In 2020, Kelly conveniently changed his mind about whether to judge the Tim Zignego case. Kelly had recused himself. Then he pocketed $20,000 in contributions from Zignego and his family, and Kelly unrecused himself so he could judge the case. Justice shouldn't be for sale. Dan Kelly is too corrupt, too extreme.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Oh, no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic. We're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay. Just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh, yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
We really trust him with a car.
Of course we can, Lindsay, with AAA Auto Insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
We do home insurance, too.
Switch and save on AAA Auto Insurance and expect something more.
Race Watch 12 with Kate Heidemann is brought to you by Builder Service, Menke Buick GMC Mazda, and Next Step Prosthetics.
All 3 of NASCAR's top divisions returned to Atlanta this past weekend for some super speedway racing. The trucks had a pretty strong showing to kick off the weekend. A trend that seems to have built over the season is that all across all 3 divisions, incident-related cautions have seemed to have been kept at a minimum. The trucks must have run out of luck this time, as there were a couple cautions in the first stage alone. One of those for Haley Deegan, who gets stumped by Taylor Gray heading into turn 1. The first 2 stages beyond these incidents would be caution-free, though. Christian Eckes took stage 1 in an incredible duel to the start-finish, and Matt Crafton took stage 2 in what was his first stage victory since 2020. Stage 3, however, would see its fair share of mishaps. One important one to note was for Jack Wood and John Hunter Nemechek. Wood had recently taken the lead leading for the first time in his new truck for Kyle Busch Motorsports when John Hunter caught him in the draft. Then he bumped him ever so slightly, which sent Wood down the track. The final lap restart proved to be the most chaotic. Coming into turn 3, Tyler Ankrum gets sent high on the track, smashing Zane Smith between himself and Stuart Friesen, which ends with Ankrum sideways in front of the 2. Sanchez gets loose and loses his momentum, leaving Christian Eckes to win the drag race to the line. In the Xfinity race, things couldn't have been more chaotic, but maybe for a reason you wouldn't expect. The first stage had a total of 4 cautions, and it was the 4th one that got everyone's attention. This time it's for debris coming off of Josh Williams' car. NASCAR's rule book states that if a damaged vehicle exits pit road without sufficient repair, the team could incur a lap or time penalty or may not be permitted to return to the race. NASCAR chose the latter here and told Williams his day was over. But instead of taking it to the pits, Williams parked his car right on the front stretch at the start-finish line and walked himself back to the pits. He got into a fight with officials over this, expressing his frustrations with NASCAR's decision.
What's he gonna do? Find me? Can't afford to pay it.
Suspensions or fines aren't expected to be announced until Tuesday. Turning our attention back to the race, though, Stage 1 ended with RCR teammates Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill battling for the lead to the line. This saw Sheldon Creed come out on top. Then as the sun fell and the laps wound down, RCR still had a car out in front with 2 to go. Austin Hill managed to have a clean race up until now, and the 2 looking to challenge him here were Parker Kligerman and Daniel Hemrick. Coming into 4, Austin tosses a block on Hemrick, but Kligerman has a run on his outside. Onto the front stretch, Kligerman looks to make a move, but once on Hill's quarter, Hemrick checks up high, turning Parker into Hill. Hill manages to hold the car straight, essentially shrugging off a car turned directly into him, and wins his 3rd race this season, followed by Hemrick and Parker Kligerman, who, on top of his impressive 3rd-place finish, did so backwards. Although manufacturers seem to be pretty even in performance over the weekend with trucks and Xfinity, the same could not have been said for Cup. Ford dominated qualifying with the first 8 positions all being Ford. This being especially true for Team Penske, who started the race in the top 3 spots, drafting all together for the beginning stages of this race. The Penske dominance continued for the entirety of Stage 1, both in its present form and past form, as current Penske team members Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, and Ryan Blaney finished 1st, 2nd, and 4th, with a 3rd spot going to the previous driver of Cindric's number 2 Mustang, Brad Keselowski. Stage 2 would once again be Penske dominated, although this time the 2nd-year driver Austin Cindric was able to score the stage victory over pole sitter and teammate Joey Logano in an impressive run down the front straight. Then in the final laps, it once again came down to Penske's past and present, dueling it out. Brad Keselowski in the RFK 6 looked to have the race won, coming past the white flag, but Joey Logano was on a mission tonight, wheeling his way around Christopher Bell to take the front of the outside line, the exact line where he had been the fastest car all night. Brad fought hard on the inside, but thanks to a push from Christopher Bell to Joey Logano, Joey was able to close the door on Brad and hold him off at the line, taking his first victory of the regular season, followed by Brad Keselowski and Christopher Bell. Also a special day for 4th place Corey LaJoie, as that position would be his career best finish for him and the Spire number 7. Next week, all 3 of NASCAR's top divisions return to Circuit of the Americas in Texas for the first road course race of the year. Be sure to watch out for Mr. 7-time Jimmy Johnson making his 2nd start of the year, and former F1 drivers Jenson Button and Kimi Räikkönen making their first starts of the year. For Race Watch 12, I'm Kate Heidemann.
Sheriffs like us from around the state are supporting Daniel Kelly for Wisconsin Supreme Court. Justice Kelly's opponent, Janet Protasewicz, is a Milwaukee County judge with a long history of letting dangerous criminals back into our streets,
directly undermining the work of our officers and putting your family at risk. We can't afford to have judges who put their own agendas above the law. It's time we start prioritizing justice again, not politics.
Vote Daniel Kelly for Wisconsin Supreme Court.
Good news. This just in. Your Ford dealers have fresh shipments of their award-winning SUV lineup in stock and ready for you to drive home today. Get your hands on a new Ford, the #1 brand in SUV owner loyalty, including Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And now, here's more good news. Now get a 2022 Explorer with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
have to do with law?
Absolutely nothing.
Bruce Orthodontics, changing lives one smile at a time. Rhinelander, Minocqua, Eagle River, Phillips, and the greater Northwoods area. Treating patients of all ages.
All right, Jessica and Jeff, although I'm from Appleton, Wisconsin, my family's had a cabin in Arborvitae since I was pretty much a baby. And every time we drive up north, a sign on Highway 51 would pique my interest. This is that sign. This is the Arborvitae Motel. We're going to zoom in here, though. Color TV. And I always thought that was
blast
so
from the past.
fun. Like,
and you get air conditioning.
Retro.
And air conditioning, but color TV. I mean, when was that sign made? Like 1950,
Don't you love that?
1960?
Those songs like this, those old style things too. I mean, it's just
I think that's
unique.
so cool.
It has charm.
I think so too. I love
I've
it.
been to that cabin. It's not really a cabin anymore. It's a little bit, you know, it's expanded through the years. This cabin in Arborvitae.
My cabin?
Yes. I've been there.
I didn't know we were going
Okay,
there,
so hey, let's go and check on outside. We had a little burst of snow earlier. That moved through rather quickly. And then, now we have more snow off to the west of us. That'll be through overnight tonight into early parts of tomorrow. 1 to 3 inch snowfall probably along and north of Highway 29. And then, here we go. So there's that snow tonight. Not really a big deal at all, but still, here we are in spring with some snow. And then after behind that, we have some much better weather for the weekend. We got to watch Sunday, Monday, though. There could be more snow back in the forecast.
Thank you, Jeff. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
We'll see you back here at 10.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Rhinelander Cafe and Pub.
As our week-long series of international food favorites continues, today we're celebrating a dessert that's considered Canada's most